Hello everyone and welcome back to the FM26 Journeyman. Today we are playing the first leg of our semi-final of the closing stage of the MX Liga season. We've been drawn against Juárez in the semi-final stage, with the other two teams being Monterrey and Pachuca, so we avoided the tougher fixtures really, and we are away from home for the first leg. The main thing to discuss is that we've developed somewhat of a mini injury crisis since the quarterfinal stage. We've got three of our first team strikers currently out injured, the big one obviously being Simas. Perez is our third choice striker and Gutierrez the fourth choice striker, so we're pretty low on strikers. This has forced us into a tactic change away from the 4-2-4. So we've switched it up into the 4-2-3-1 with a slightly deeper midfield, out of possession. Normally I have the wingers on the halfway line out of possession, but we're a striker less today, so I want to keep them as high up the pitch as possible. I've also made them wide forwards to give us the extra goal threat. Jerez is also pushed up into the attacking midfield spot. He doesn't actually have position familiarity with that, but he's got all the correct. He's got all the stuff you want for a player that's going to be pushing up that high up the pitch. So I'm relatively hopeful he can do a job there, certainly for these two games. Simas will be back in 3 days, so he should be back possibly even for the second leg of the semi-final. Perez is only 5 days away, and Gutierrez is probably going to miss both games. Lainez is a huge miss. He will be missing all of the games, even if we get to the final, you would imagine. That is a big blow for us because he's been in great form, but we'll have to deal with it. I need to fill in this spot on the bench. Estrada's not too far away. I just don't want to risk him, so let's just get a youth player put in the team. But we are a little bit light in the attacking areas for this one. Who we got available? Let's see if we've got any decent youngs. That's annoying that Ruiz is knackered. Cameron's already on the bench. We're getting down into the average players now. It might be worth having a Cam on the bench, so let's get Alejandro Napoles on there. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. I'll see you for kickoff. Okay, here we go. We are underway at home. Sorry, away, but it's still in our yellow home strip, or orangey yellow. Butic down the right. Early opportunity to get it in the box. Rauho, Marcio, cleared though. Marcio on the left, obviously playing as a wide forward today, so we'll see if that impacts him driving into the box rather than looking for the crosses. That's a nice bit of play, but Viher puts it wide. Great opportunity 1 minute in there. Juárez playing in their snotty green kit. But here is Torres into Sergio. Marcio's done really well there. Cortez, our youth prospect, he's only 17, starting one. He has not started a lot of games for us. Made quite a few sub appearances. That a beautiful Marcio? Oh, what a goal that is! Uribe doing what he does so well, just dropping off and linking play. That was absolutely lovely, that goal. But yeah, it all started by Cortez, the youngster. But that first time pass from Uribe is lovely, and Marcio on his right foot, playing as the wide forward, cutting inside from the wing, just puts it in the top corner. What a lovely way to start. Some nice link-up play with these guys. It's going to be a shame when Uribe goes back to Arsenal. We hope maybe we'll be able to loan him again, I don't know. Or maybe we can attract our own Mexican striker to keep up with these quotas. Anyway, Villa's intercepted. Uribe again, but he gets fouled by Ruvalcaba. Caba. Bit of a tongue twister. Here's Jerez with the free kick, 4 minutes in. Butic with a sort of tame effort really towards Gerardo in goal. Oh, certainly a decent start away from home. This is the easier tie of the semi-finals for sure. Butic, Cortez doing well in that deep line playmaker role. I'm not entirely sure why neither of those players collected the ball there. But here's Vinicius Cow. Butic. Cortez again. Cortez pulling the strings from deep here early on. Butic. Araujo to Cortez in towards the edge of the area, and Butic gets a chance. It's nice to see both wingers doing as instructed, playing as those wide forwards, cutting inside, leaving room for the overlapping full wing backs. It's been a good start. But they have a corner. Ruiz puts it in. Araujo clears, but we can't get rid of it completely, and there's a chance to shoot. Oof, it's cleared eventually though. Here's Neto. Into Cortez. Playing it out nicely, but Araujo's lost it, and Rodriguez now on the ball. But Marcio intercepts, and Butic is on the move. Chance to cut it across. Marcio's there, cuts it to Jerez. 2 shots blocked by Jerez. He has got really good attributes for playing Cam, but we normally use him as a deep line playmaker because we have the 2 strikers, but missing that extra firepower today, I just wanted to add an extra attacking player into the mix if possible. Here's Mitai down the left, into Marcio. Cortez plays Marcio in behind. The chance is there. Uribe is there for the cutback. Marcio is absolutely tearing them up here. Hopefully it's onside. It is onside. We're 2-0 up away from home. Cortez, the 17-year-old. What a ball that is. A little deflection on the cross actually probably helped us, but we'll take it. 2.3 XG after 17 minutes. That's what you want to say, isn't it? And Uribe again, involved in both goals. The same combination of Marcio and Uribe, doing damage early on. Here's Cortez. Into Mitai. To Jerez. Gets snapped by Torres, who is then yellow carded. First yellow of the game. And a chance for Mitai to put a ball in, which is cleared, and Ruiz probably won't keep that alive. Here's Araujo. Downline to Butic. Araujo works it to Cortez. We'll go back to Neto. Cortez edge of the box. Into Jerez. Lovely ball through to Villa. Oh, that's another big chance. He's had 2 good chances this game. Guess that's why he's Oh, I've just realised he's on box-to-box midfielder. Well, it's working this game, even though he's missed 2 chances. He's normally just a flat defensive midfielder for us, but we'll leave him as box-to-box. It's working nicely. They're just trying to work an opportunity here. They've had a blocked shot. They're playing it around. Cortez intercepts and boots it to nobody, sadly. I know why that's happened. It's because I changed back to my 4-2-4 template so I could edit it rather than editing my current number 1 tactic. Jerez into the box. Mitai collects. Oh, it's a good save by Gerardo at the back post. We're mounting up the opportunities here. Sensing blood. The assistant's telling me to play for set pieces. I'm not entirely sure why though. We've got the big man, but don't think we've got an overwhelmingly huge team. Okay, we're back for the second half. And we have a 2-0 lead currently. No changes made, just a little bit of motivation. Here's Marcio with the clearance. They've put it back into the box, but Butic now has it. Headers up to Uribe. Castillo has picked up another yellow for Juárez. Here's Mosquera with a free kick in the right back position into Rodriguez. All the way across to Cardenas and back to Mosquera. Rodriguez plays it forward to Torres into a different Rodriguez, who's attacking our defence, and he's got an opportunity to shoot, but it is wide. What I'm going to do is just fire us up a bit. Get the old shouts on the go. Here's Araujo down the right with a loose pass picked up by Kawe. Long from Cardenas into Sergio. And a nice ball sprayed out to Ruiz on the left wing. They've started the second half well, Juárez. But that is a long, very wild effort from outside the box over the bar. Butic not having a particularly great game here, but he's not played a lot of minutes, but I might sub him off shortly. Okay, we need to update opposition instructions as well by the looks of it. So we'll do that at the same time. At the moment though, it's Kawe down the left. Into the box, Sakic clears, it's going to be a corner, but let's do those changes. So we're going to bring off Butic for Delgado. Okay, they're making a couple of changes too, just approaching the 70-minute mark. Corner comes in and is cleared by the big guy. Delgado now on, of course. They're trying to keep it alive, working it out to the left. Kawe down the left. All the way back to Gerardo in goal. And Long again, they're definitely going direct here. But we've got a chance to build here with Delgado on the right wing. Worked back to Neto. Crossed Sakic. Nicely played into Heles, who's got the option. Marcio is there. And he cuts it back, but he's going to regain it here. And Uribe, oof, still got the ball, and it's going to be a corner. Marcio causing them all kinds of trouble today. On a 9.7 rating, he's absolutely bossing it. Cortez in the deep line playmaker role. Back on the ball now. Neto and Sakic playing it around, keeping possession, waiting for the opportunity. Into Uribe, lovely ball to Marcio. Oh, if that is onside, that is a beautiful goal. I've got a horrible feeling Jerez might have just gone offside. He's on. That is silky. Uribe again with that first time ball into Marcio, who then leaves it. Funny how onside that actually is, because I thought it it looked a bit dubious, but I didn't realise Marcio first time passed it. That is a beautiful goal. Very similar to the second goal as well. And that's putting us in a very strong position in this tie. You would like to think that's probably going to get us through to the final of these closing stage playoff games. Which, if the right result happens in the other semi-final, might guarantee us a Champions League position as we let in a goal. I was getting carried away myself there. Sergio's done really well here. Brings it down, cuts inside. I imagine that is Sakic. He's just turned inside out there. Tapia does get a hand to it, but he can't keep it out. And they have a goal on the board with 12 minutes to play. Marcio is sadly absolutely knackered, so we're going to have to take him off on a 10 rating. Cambron will come on. Okay, Cambron is on the left wing, and we've got less than 10 to play of normal time. If it finishes 3-1, that's a decent result to take back to home for the second leg. If we can sneak another one and keep that 3-goal lead, that would be lovely though. Here's Delgado into Uribe, who's been excellent again today. Cambron cuts inside. Good block. Another chance to shoot. Great blocking there from the last ditch defending there from Juárez. We've got 4 XG in this game. That's been a very good performance. Here's Ruiz down the left though, and it's a chance for Juárez to maybe get a second here, and if they can come out of this game with only a 1-goal deficit, they'll be very happy given the way it's played out. Here's Oh, they've put it out of play for the full Gensio injury. And I'm not going to change anything, we're just going to see this one out now. Headers down line. Mitai into Cortez, who's had a good game. A rare start. Araujo into Delgado, who's loose with the pass. But there's only seconds left, this might be the final highlight. And there we go, 3-1 win away from home in the first leg. I'll see you guys for the second leg. Welcome back to the FM26 Journeyman. Today we are playing the second leg of our semi-final closing stage Liga MX game against FC Juárez. We have Simas back up front, back from his injury, and we also have a couple more players back on the bench. Estrada is back, he can play both wings, and Ronaldo Perez, our third choice striker, is back on the bench, but both of those guys are probably going to be max 45 minutes they can get through, so we've got to be careful with them. We are 3-1 up in this game from the first leg, so let's get stuck into it. Okay, here we go. Second leg of the semi-final is underway. We are home in our orangey yellow kit, and FC Juárez are again in their snotty green kit. I've also left Marcio as the wide forward, even though we've gone back with the two up top, because I just think he was so effective cutting in last game. And cutting in there, he's almost set up a chance. Well, it was a chance pretty early in the game there. So, yeah, he's going to stay on the wide forward. I've left Delgado on winger on the right hand side. When Lainez is back, I might actually make him a wide forward too, because he's pretty good cutting in as well. And we've got the wing backs pushing forward anyway, so it actually makes quite a bit of sense if we can get those wide forwards in and around the strikers, linking up. Uribe and Simas are just really good at those little one-touch through balls and stuff, so it could be quite lethal, really. So we'll keep experimenting with that, but other than that, we're back to the 4-2-4. Let's see how it goes. Sergio, who scored their goal in the previous game, doing some solo work here and gets a good effort away there, but Tapia does save it quite comfortably. Here's Mitai in the left back position, who's attracted interest from a few clubs in Europe. I wouldn't be totally against selling him, to be honest. He's 3 stars, and that's, as far as our coaching staff are concerned, that's basically his upper ceiling. He's not going to get any better now. That's fine for this league, but if we can get in a Mexican player, the key for us really in the next stage of this rebuild is to just get in any good Mexican players we can get. It then gives us options to improve the non-Mexican players we have. Uribe with a chance there, got deflected. Gerardo saves well down low. So yeah, he's worth about 8 million, so if we can get sort of 8, 10, 12 million for him, and then bring in a Mexican, that's 3-star, it means we've got more flexibility with what we can do, because we are struggling to meet the quotas at the minute. We have to have 4 Mexican-born players in the starting 11, and we have to have 12 in the full matchday squad. Oh, that's off the bar. Delgado finishes, though, off the rebound. I'm not sure how Gerardo didn't get that rebound. He looked like he'd got back up into position, but... And the goal is awarded, though. No offside. So Mitai cuts inside. Hits the crossbar. And then... fair enough. Gerardo didn't quite get up quickly enough to save it. It looked like he'd sort of just let it go past him, but it was a good finish from Delgado. I think that's his first goal for the club. We only brought him in the mid-season transfer window. But that does put us 3 goals up in the tie, so we're looking good so far. Don't forget, in the other semi-final, it's Monterrey, and they are against Pachuca, probably 2 of the strongest teams in the division. So that's definitely the harder tie. So it'll be against one of those giants in the final. It might even be, well, Monterrey, our local city rivals, as Juárez clear it and come away with Ruiz. but Viher takes him out. Is he getting booked? Yes, he is. So yellow for Viher. I don't know how many days after the semi-final game the final will be, so it may well be that we try and do some early subs in this game if we keep hold of this 3-goal advantage, just so we can keep some of the players fresh. As well as giving a few minutes to some of the guys that we've not really been given minutes to since the season. There. Here's Ruiz the corner. Cleared by Uribe, but back to Ruiz. He has got a chance to cut in now, but that is Mitai across to deal with the problem. And here is Mitai in a more advanced position into Marcio. Uribe. Jerez. Mitai. Marcio. Working it with Uribe. It's a bit chaotic in the box, but we do get the corner. And Jerez will take it. And it's out to the edge of the box. Delgado goes for one, but it's slightly floaty, and Gerardo has no issues claiming that one. Approaching the half-time point. Gerardo goes long, and Sakic makes a bit of a meal of it, but no one capitalises. Here's Delgado into Viher. Araujo. Delgado to Jerez. Into Simas. Uribe gets snapped from behind there. That was naughty. Moises Mosquera picks up the yellow. And it's a chance for Jerez to get a shot off. And he does, and it's... Oof, that's a great save from Gerardo. I thought he was going to hit the bar, but it must have been going in if the keeper made the save there. Corner comes in from us. We've had some decent pressure in this first half, but that is the end of the first half. Okay, we're back underway for the second half. Haven't changed anything. I've just updated the opposition instructions, tried to boost the motivation with the team talk, and we're back underway. Here's Sakic on the ball into Jerez and Delgado. Over the top, Simas is chasing. He's in behind, but there's nowhere to go currently. Into Delgado, who has a shot, but it's gone comfortably over. He's obviously got his shooting boots on today. Here's Viher to Araujo, but Ruiz intercepts, and Juárez have a chance to build out from the back. Mosquera to Torres. We intercept it. Here's Marcio. He's put Uribe in. Oof. It's been forced wide. Back to Jerez. Delgado is there for a second goal of the game. He's having an excellent game. Nicely worked there after the chance. Seemed to have gone. I thought Uribe might shoot first time, but he calmly works it back. And then Jerez just squares it. Delgado on his weaker foot into the bottom corner. Lovely finish. And that should be the tie over now. 4-goal lead. 40 minutes left to play. We're looking good. So, gonna make some subs early here. Simas is obviously just back from that injury, so let's be careful with him. Let's try and give Perez some minutes to get him match sharp. Viher can come off for Castro. Mitai for Felix. Let's give Marcio a break as well, and Cambron can come on. And we'll leave one sub just in case we need it. But hopefully we can still keep performing nicely with those guys on the pitch. Free kick with Gonzalez, who goes very long here and straight out of play. That's PSG kickoff territory. 20 odd minutes left to go in this one. Here's Cambron, the young left winger, into Felix. Perez controls. Araujo down line to Delgado, who's on a hat-trick now. And he wins the free kick on the left wing, on the right wing rather. Vinicius Caue picks up the yellow. Headers with a chance to put it in the box. He does so, and Sakic is at the back post to nod home. We're cruising now, 3-0 up on the night, 6-1 up on the tie. And that's another assist for Headers in this one. It was a nice ball towards the back post, and Sakic attacks it brilliantly. He's unmarked actually, I don't know why they're not marking him. But there we go. You leave a 6'3" centre back unmarked, and that's the sort of end result, isn't it? But we'll give it a few minutes and then make the last change. I don't want to potentially ended up down to 10 men at some point or whatever. It's the usual FM way if you make all your subs too early. Good save from Tapia there. Probably rest one of the either Araujo or Neto. Maybe we'll rest Neto. He doesn't often get subbed off. Anyway, here's Uribe to Delgado, who switches out to Cambron, but it is intercepted. But we've been given a free kick for a push by Jesus Rodriguez. He's now been booked as well, so Juárez racking up the yellow cards here, and we're into the last 10, so let's make that change. We're going to take Neto off, and we'll bring on... why haven't we got a... Where's Flores? There he is. Right, we'll bring on Flores for Neto, and make him a standard centre-back, because he doesn't have the same kind of ability as the other centre-backs. So let's get back into it. Gonzalez in defence, into Mosquera, out to Fulgencio, cuts inside, over the top to Puyol. Chance here for Juárez. Torres edge of the box, goes for the low one, but it is cleared. Uribe with a chance to build us out. Cambron is running at their right back, but he has lost it in the end. We're getting a little bit sloppy towards the end, but this is the drop-off we have when we bring on a load of subs. We just can't stay at the same level. The bench quality is significantly lower. That's well defended there by Sakic, and then not well defended by Sakic. So Juárez have a corner. I mean, we've got a 5-goal advantage here. It doesn't matter too much if we let in a late consolation, but it'd be nice to keep the clean sheet. And it's Sakic who clears it in the end. Rodriguez into Torres. Chance to shoot. Tapia does well. Comfortable, but did this job. We've had an XG higher than them this game, so I guess 3-0 probably flatters us, but we've been clinical. Can't really complain about that. Here's Sergio. Sakic goes along. We're 15 seconds out from the final whistle. Juárez just playing it around in defence. It's all over now though. We're through to the final. I don't know if the other semi-final has been completed yet, so let's quickly address the team. Yeah, we're happy with that. And let's see if we can find out who we've got in the final. So, we are going to be against Monterrey. They've won 6-4 across the 2 games, even though they lost 3-1 at home. So, we're against our city rivals, Monterrey. So it's a derby match to finish the knockout rounds of the closing stage. Sadly, if Pachuca had won that game, I think because they won the first stage and therefore have qualified for the North American Champions League, I think we would have automatically then been into the North American Champions League. So I think now we can guarantee ourselves a spot by winning this closing stage if we win the final. So I'll see you guys for the final. Thanks for watching, and see you then.